Alright folks, the green flag waves here at Blue Ridge Speedway. Dion Scott 30 machine took the pole in the Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs 500. It is a break from all the road course racing we've been doing in the past couple races, and now this changes to a big super speedway where the race could go 4 to 5 wide pretty fast. As you can see right here, drivers in the back already starting to go 4 wide, maybe even 5 wide. This track is really unique and it's really exciting because of that. But the 24th Benjamin Miles, here he comes battling for the lead as he tries to find a good run against the 30 of Dion Scott. And in third is the 90 of Daniel Coffey as he gets the drops the 24 of Benjamin Miles to the front. It's a close battle for the lead. Here comes the first lap as Benjamin Miles takes it away and will lead the first lap of the race. And then on the next lap, the 93 of Trevor Gelfie went on to battle for the lead down the stripe with drafting help from the 5 of Zachary Chambers. And you see the defending champion Jordan Davis also adding himself to the top 5 mix. Then on the next lap, it was Chambers' turn to take the lead away from the 93 as the 93 moves down to the high side, but the 19 Alex Hawkins though got the better preferred line down the stripe and took the lead away on lap number 3. And then they would go up to lap number 4, still side by side with Jordan Davis in the one machine, 4 5 wide in the back. And you know what that means, things don't turn out really well. As you see, a lot of drivers spinning, smoke all around, everybody wrecks. Man, it's like 3/4 of the field, I should say, wrecked out entirely, and only like the top 6, I think, survived through that wreck without damage. Race down the line between Hawkins, Isaiah Bernesh, and Austin Mongol. 3 wide battle to caution, and it was Isaiah Bernesh that took the lead under the caution by inches, nevertheless. And here's one of the wrecks. Preston Clord, Mason Wood jump-started this wreck. The wrecks. That was the first one, but this was the biggest one, the second one. As you see, a lot of drivers involved. As you see, the 90 Daniel Coffey goes for a wild ride down the grass. Everybody, well, he's going upside down. Everybody wrecking, everybody slipping and sliding. And here's another view here's a third wreck view with Chris Washer in the 4 getting spun along with many other drivers. And it's not long until everybody else starts to get involved in the wrecks. And here's an onboard camera of Daniel Coffey's flip you saw earlier on the helicopter cam. But this is up close. As you see, a lot of barrel rolls going down the grass. And he would be alright though. And somewhat continued to race somehow, some way. Not sure how, but he still continued on to race somehow. But anyway, first set of pit stops went underway very early in the race. I guess these drivers don't want to take a chance when it comes to those wrecks, and they want to be sure they have enough fuel and tires at least to make it out in front. Austin Mongol, believe it or not, got out first on pit stops, even though it was Isaiah Bernesh that led to the caution. Bernesh would drop down below thanks to the other drivers taking better pit stops than him. But anyway, on the restart, however, Jordan Davis would easily pass by the 21 for the lead, and he got a really good start, obviously. Jordan Davis, was his former host race. It was formerly called the Mr. Yamp 500 for a couple seasons, then became different name like every other race in the schedule. So Jordan Davis would get passed later on the next lap by the 8 of RJ Bishop, but George Work in the 10 machine goes on the bottom for the lead with drafting help from the 3 of Luke Walker. Luke Walker would go on the bottom to help the 10 out, and the 10 would take the lead as Mark Riggleman would join in on the mix a little bit later. But Luke Walker trying to take the lead for himself down to the line at the stripe. It was a pretty close battle, but believe it or not, he did get that one by inches. Mark Riggleman, however, would take the lead on the next turn at the moment Luke Walker pretty much led. And now Riggleman pulls away from the pack right now. Starting to pull away a little bit from the pack, but not by much. As you see, the 22 Jasmine Acosta would have a run on the bottom for the lead. And she would clear the 6 of Mark Riggleman. And the 5 Zachary Chambers would move up to second. Maybe battling for the lead right now. And here he comes. He is going to battle for the lead. Getting the draft help from Leia Walker in the 02. And the 2 Dylan Young. But coming off this final corner, it would be really tight corner. Really tight corner for them. But they barely were able to get it out without losing speed. Mongol took the lead, however, on that fast lane, and he went on to take that spot away. And Dylan Young, however, and 7 Aaron Frank would charge ahead, and Young would actually lead that lap, believe it or not. They went 4 wide for the lead. Boy, is this going to be really chaotic when they come out of turn 2. And there they go. There they go. Everybody flips. Everybody else wrecks. The second big one of the day. Everybody's involved, including the leader, Dylan Young. Oh, it was only a matter of time until another big one like this happened. But the top 5 survived. Matt McIntyre led to the caution flag. And boy, I don't know how the others were able to avoid the wreck, but here's probably a better look of the wreck at the helicopter view. Everybody flips. The 2 Dylan Young, however, got the worst of it as he went for many countless barrel rolls down the grass, the same grass where Daniel Coffey flipped upside down at. And here's Aaron Frank's view as it was more up in the front than in the back, as you see a lot of drivers slipping and sliding. It was like the first caution, only bigger. But here's an onboard camera of the 2 as you see how hard it was for the 2 machine. He flips upside down, flips a million times down the grass, and would be alright though after all those flips, but still, boy, was that a tough hit. There were pit stops after this like the last time. However, the 3 Luke Walker got out first, and he went on to take the lead. But now the 97 Joshua Balkin would pass by him for the lead on the next lap, and he took it away. However, Isaiah Bernesh in the 28 tries to get on the bottom of the 97, and here he comes, but the 97 tried to put a block. Just doesn't work though. The 28 gets the run thanks to the drafting help of the 10 of George Rourke. Rourke's been out in front for most of the day, and I'm surprised he survived those 2 big wrecks we had earlier today. Drivers coming down the apron, those were drivers coming out of pit road. Zachary Chambers just came out of pit road right there. I guess he had a lot of damage. He needed a couple pit stops just to get his car back on track. But then the 10 George Rourke would take the lead away. Luke Walker and Pichu, 2 teammates in the top 5. Will they keep it together down to the line? Well, might not be long, but they did have pretty good runs up to that point. But anyway, the next lap, however, the 40 of Austin Talley would take the lead away from the 10 George Rourke. And you guessed it, Isaiah Bernesh helped out a little bit on the drafting, but he wanted the lead all to himself. And he gets the better bottom line over Talley, and he would take the lead. Pichu in the 99 right behind him, trying to get back to the position to set the second spot thanks to drafting, and he would challenge the 28 for the lead. Out of this corner right here, he would challenge the 28, and Pichu would get it, but not for long. The 88 of the 88 though of Cody Hagan took the lead down the line. I meant to say Kyle Singer, my apologies. Singer, by the way, 77 is up on top, looking to compete on the top 10. But then the 6 of Mark Riggleman would take the lead away down this corner thanks to drafting help. Of course, the drafting is pretty much a lot of help here at Blue Ridge because it is very unpredictable racing at this track. Luke Walker would go down the apron, and a couple others decided to take pit stops at this time. Again, I don't know why they decided to do it at this time, but Guess part of their strategy, Cody Hagan would take the second spot, but he would have to pit later on the next lap. And Mark Riggleman, you gotta wonder, does he have enough fuel to make it to the stripe? The white flag came out on Mark Riggleman. It's the first race this season that'll end under the green flag. Very surprising, seeing that the last 4 races ended under caution. And this was a pure wreck fest, as like just about everybody had damage from the 2 cautions we had during the entire race. But surprisingly, we're going to end this race under green, and Mark Riggleman's going to stay out, conserve enough fuel, and coming off the final corner, he's going to be the first rookie to win in Season 12 at Blue Ridge Speedway in the Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs 500. Chambers, by the way, was lapped in the number 5. He won the race by 4 seconds over Johnny Gardner. He could have easily had coaxed to the race from there if he had fuel issues from the very end. Here's the top 10 results. Gelfi came in 3rd and Cody Hagan came in 4th. There were 4 drivers that finished on the lead lap because of the pit stops. Chambers actually finished in 5th. George Warwick 6th. Benjamin Miles, Alex Hawkins, Kyle Collins, and Matt McIntyre finished in the top 10. Coffey had the heartache award. Unfortunately for him, it was a bad day right from the start. And you see the rest of the field, they could not live up to potential here at Blue Ridge. And 2 Daniels has finished 41st and 42nd. Daniel Royals and Daniel Coffey retired from the race. Anyway, that's it from Blue Ridge. Next race, the traditional race at Coca-Cola Speedway. The Angry Birds still at 500. Have a Coke and share a smile. We'll see you then.